Me, I wanted to come on here to talk about tending to your inner light and a little card spread that I pulled from this lovely deck called Celtic Goddesses, Witches, and Queens by Danu Forest and Dan Goodfellow. And because I pulled this spread in regards to what do I want to talk about when I'm talking about my spiritual retreat? Hi, Allison. So good to see you. Love you. And these cards came through literally 3 different times when I pulled it. So I was like, okay, this is what I need to talk about. Also, what do we think of this vibe, like my self-care post-shower vibe? Because I'm here anyway, doing my skincare anyway, and I'm feeling chatty. So let me know if you're into it or not, basically, because I'm into it, but I want to make sure you're into it. What do you think? Any hoodly-hoo. So I don't know if you watched my little feminist rant about reclaiming your inner light. Oh, Allison, you love it. You're so authentic. It feels like we're at the spa. Yes, you're at the Alden spa. Yes. I love that. Thank you for that feedback. Hi, folks joining in. Anyways, so I don't know if you watched my little diatribe about tending to your inner light. Well, anyways, so I wrote that, I literally filmed that, and then a couple days later, I had this deck that I just showed to you, and I pulled the Brigid card. And as you can see here, Brigid is holding her inner light, and she is the keeper of the sacred flame. There is a sacred site dedicated to her in Kildare in Ireland. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it got relit in February of 93 near Imbolc, which is Brigid's holy day. And Brigid is a goddess of creativity and silversmithing and also tending to your inner light. And in the which was really wild, and then I literally opened the guidebook, and in the guidebook I opened immediately to Brigid. So clearly Brigid really wanted to come through. And I just wanted to take a moment to read this inner prayer to Brigid that says, "Keeper of my hearth fire, keeper of my soul fire, surround me with your care. Be my friend, woman, and my keeper. Tend the light I hold within, and teach me to blow embers into flames." I love that last line, teach me to blow embers into flames. And because so much about this is how life can sort of damp down our inner, something really fell in the shower, tamp down our inner fire, and it can make it so that we're just these little embers flickering in the bottom of the fire, and we're really tired and exhausted and drained, but tapping back into that goddess energy, that Brigid energy, that fire energy, where we can connect back to our creativity, connect back to our passion, connect back to our sensual energy. We can really call on Brigid to do this for us. And that's why I titled my retreat Inner Radiance, because so much of what I want to do there is help us connect back to our creativity and our groundedness in the earth and our natural flow to really reactivate our inner fire. How has your inner fire been feeling? Really, how are you really? Have you been feeling like you're trying to make it burn brighter, but you're just sort of burnt out, dare I say? How has it been feeling? How have you been feeling in your creativity lately? Because that could be a clue that you need to reconnect to your inner fire, reconnect and relight your inner fire. Mr. Bean's coming in. Mr. Bean agrees, yes. Anywho, I pulled 2 other cards I want to talk about. Thank you for bearing with me. And interestingly enough, talking about connecting to flow, these are both Celtic river goddesses. This is a river goddess in England, and this is a river goddess in Ireland. And this is Boann, and she's connected to the energy of cows as well, like the sacred white cow. And this is Tamara. And they're both, interestingly enough, both river goddesses, and they're both connected to the energy of joy and the energy of play and the energy of reactivating your divine flow, reactivating your sacred femininity, sacred sensuality, and really connecting to a sense of joyousness and joyful light in your life. And I really think, again, with the retreat, that's a great way in Mr. Bean can't come in here anymore, in sacred community, to be able to reconnect to your inner joy and your inner light. And something that's coming through for the collective right now for me is like feeling like even just on a day-to-day basis, we can't find joy, and being like, oh, well, we'll save the joy for another time. And it's like, life is like, this physical life is only so long. So if we're saving the joy for another time, like, you can't sort of like meter out joy like breadcrumbs and, oh, I'll get joy when, or like, it's important to be able to live into the little bits of joy daily. And like, for example, in my life with this, our new puppy, Mr. Bean, Mr. Sirius, Black Obsidian Bean, to be specific, he has a lot of joy and a lot of love in his heart, and he's our little Beltane pup. We got him on Beltane, and which is another Celtic fire festival. And as many of you know, I am the solopreneur, boss of Alden's Energy Healing, and within that, I create my own schedule, and I really create my own schedule within cycle syncing, but I would like working around my menstrual cycle, but even then I was still working a lot during the day. And my dog, Mr. Bean, like really wanted to go on walks in midday. And as the days have been getting really short with light, going out on evening walks with him, it was getting really cold and bitter and dark. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I was like, I could just go on a walk with him midday. And so literally today at like 2 p.m., we went to the park, and I brought his favorite soccer ball. That's a special dog soccer ball. And we kicked around the ball, and he played in the park. And the other day, I also took him up to, there's this reservation called Middlesex Fells here in Mass. And I took him on a hike there. And we were in the woods, and he was prancing around in the yellow leaves and getting sticks. And there was so much joy there. This is all about the joy thing. There was so much joy there that I had to intentionally cultivate and allow myself space to do, you know, because I think a lot of times we're so used to like other people giving us permission for when we can feel joy. Like, oh, our parents, you know, this is based off a post I saw the other day. Like, you can just go to the zoo whenever you want. Like, you don't have to wait for your parents to tell you whether or not you can go to the zoo. That's sort of a silly example, but like, you know, you're not 3 anymore. You have, you know, choices about this. So I think sometimes we limit our own joy because we're like waiting for permission from other people to cultivate that joy. But it's up to us to cultivate it within ourselves and give it to ourselves on a daily basis to activate our inner play, to also really, I'm getting an image of it sparking our inner light so that we can give more as well. So I just wanted to speak to that, what that was coming through with Brigid, Tamara, and Boan as well. Again, this is the Celtic goddess, which is and Queen's Oracle deck. And that's also really what I'm planning on focusing on in the Inner Radiance retreat in Costa Rica. And we will be going to a waterfall and to a river and bathing in it and connecting to the playful spirits of the river and clearing ourselves in mineral hot springs and tending to our inner fire on the full moon. So it's super interesting that these are the elementals that came through in the cards, and these are the messages that are coming through in the cards when I was already talking about like shining your light in my previous post, and then the Brigid card comes through and it's all about tending to your inner light. So it's all just continued affirmations from the universe for me, and hopefully for you too. And let me know in the comments below, like, what parts of this resonated for you. Is there a certain phrase or concept that you're going to take with you from this live? You know, is there a way that you feel like you can support yourself better by tending to your inner light, or taking intentional moments to cultivate joy in your day? I'd love to hear that. And if you're interested in the retreat for the Inner Radiance retreat in Costa Rica under the full moon in Scorpio, info for that is in my bio as well. And I am grateful for you all. Thank you for joining this sweet little live. And it's 4:44, so it feels like the perfect time to sign off, because that's a magical angel number about the angels are with you and they're supporting you and they're nearby, letting you know that they're helping you out. So 4:44, signing off. Have a magical day, and let me know what your takeaways are below. Bye.